Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Anything for my princess.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
That's when I looked Laura Dern in the eye and I said, hi. Guys, how you doing? This is Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac Anderson.
I'm Tyler.
And over here, we got Mr. Hunter Baker back from his 3-week hiatus. How you doing, Hunter Baker?
What are you doing on that computer over there?
What?
What are you doing on that computer over
How
there?
dare you?
All right, let's go on to our other person we have over here. We have Chris. Chris, what do you do on that computer?
Like, not on the computer you have at home, the one you have in front of you right now.
Yeah. I make sure the pictures and videos behind you are relevant.
Oh, that is
There you go.
very important.
And even more than that, he's fun to look at and to be around.
Yeah.
And anyway, guys, this is a movie show where we talk about movie news
Movie reviews.
and everything in between. So, Tyler, how you been doing this week?
Oh, I've been doing terrible. Just horrific bad.
Well, speaking about horrific, bad, Creed 2 just came out with a trailer.
Is it bad?
No, it's just a segue.
Oh.
Anyway, this one
never been on a
goes
Segway.
through Segway. Ads are overrated.
Oh.
Speaking about overrated, Creed 2. Actually, haven't seen the movie. But Creed 2 is going to be starring Mr. Adonis Creed himself, Michael B. Jordan, right off of Black Panther fame, and Rocky Balboa as Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa. Oh, that was good.
And Tessa Thompson from Thor fame.
And Tessa Thompson from everything now. She's in everything.
She's in everything.
And Ivan Drago's son, who's played by like some sort of boxer that we talked about a few weeks ago.
Boxer dude.
So basically, the
Yeah.
premise of the movie is Adonis,
Creed is going to fight the son of the man who killed his father.
which is Ivan Drago.
And he's trying to get back.
I wish it stopped at son.
Really?
Yeah, just the man trying to fight the son. That would be amazing.
That's called abuse, Hunter. That's
Man
not
versus
funny.
the son. I like that.
No, the son.
Yeah,
son?
the son.
Not a son.
The son? That's called Don Quixote, except instead of sons, it's windmills.
Well, you say fight Nissan.
This
What
is
did you
going
say?
horribly off topic.
Monday.
But what did you think of the trailer, Tyler?
It looks interesting.
Looks interesting?
Yeah, I might want to check
I mean,
it
a lot
out.
of women have told me that and never talked to me again, so that's not going to cut it. So,
Oh.
like, what did you, like, be more specific?
I like to see the whole revenge match. I'm up for it.
I like the whole premise of the revenge match thing with him and Drago because, I mean, if you were going to do a Creed sequel, this is kind of the way you need to go, I guess. Just the only logical thing. And it's a lot of emotional weight when, Drago kills Apollo.
What is the son's name?
What's son's Adonis.
No, not Adonis. Drago's son. Please tell me it's Cal. Please tell me it's Cal Drago.
No, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I think that does actually give a lot of investment to the audience. I'm excited to see it. He's not going to die in the ring or anything like his dad did.
Well, you think he's going to get broken?
I think he's going to probably train really hard. He's going to get really beat up, and it's going to be very emotional when he meets.
Because I know Drago's got to
Drago?
break him. Drago, I think he's got to break him.
Oh, shut up.
He's got to break him.
Get it? That was from the movie.
Yes, it was.
But Hunter, what do you think?
Ridiculous.
What do you think of the trailer?
About the trailer?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I never even watched the first Creed. Like, I'm deeply uninterested in these.
Oh, really?
Like the first two Rockies were fine, and then after that, it was like, hey, he's milking it.
Well, this is the fourth one. This is the epitome of milk.
Yeah.
This
Which
is
is
the
one of my
fourth
favorite.
one.
The fourth one's my favorite.
This is not the fourth one.
No,
This
the
is like
fourth-
far beyond the fourth.
No, I
one.
said this is based off the fourth one, like with
Oh.
Ivan Drago's kind of thing.
So would that make this one like the eighth?
No, well, I don't know. This
What
is
was
the
the
second
one where
one.
he had the
software
robot
year.
butler?
What are you talking about?
I want to say that's the sixth one.
That was Rocky 4.
Oh yeah, that was six, I think.
I had the robot butler. I remember
That
was the
we
fourth.
don't talk about that one. But Chris, what do you think of
That
the
was
trailer?
Rocky 4.
I mean,
It was one of them. That's the
Rocky
most
4. He's rich in that one. That's the entire point.
Oh yeah, I mean Sylvester Stallone was rich at the time. He wrote the movie, so
Yeah.
Chris.
but I mean, the trailer seems interesting. The only thing is I've never really seen any of the movies that relate to the series at all. So.
What?
Nope.
Oh man!
Never
come on.
seen them.
You gotta rise. You gotta rise to the top, man.
Yeah, you bop to the top.
You gotta rise up. You know.
Bring up
Get
your
off
sleeve.
the street.
That's a different Sylvester Stallone movie. That's because they bring up your sleeve and start arm wrestling.
Oh, that was what was that movie called? That was oh my gosh, I know
Over the top.
Over the top.
Over the top. Yeah,
It's
arm
ironic
wrestling.
because that's what it was.
The arm wrestling movie.
I thought this trailer looked kind of interesting. I think the concept of it looks pretty interesting, and we'll just see. Tyler, what's our next topic?
Our next topic we have is Star Wars is put on hold because of the terrible flop that Han Solo was.
And not everything Star Wars. It's
Just the spin-offs.
It's just the Star Wars stories. Now, I think this is kind of good. This is a blessing in disguise because we've talked a lot about Star Wars. I feel like our show revolves around Star Wars, DC, Marvel, which I kind of want to. We've tried to do other stuff than that, but they're just huge. They're huge. They're everywhere.
Marvel's part of pop culture.
Yeah, and so Star Wars. Star Wars is probably the biggest pop culture phenomenon of the last few decades.
Yeah, the last few decades. Marvel is the Star Wars now.
Yeah, and I think more people are flocking towards that. And when they tried to make Star Wars into Marvel, I think that's when this whole thing kind of falls apart. Because, Solo is a box office disappointment.
Massively.
It made a lot of money to any regard, but it's not enough money to make up for all the stuff they did.
They needed $500 million just to break even.
Yeah.
And it got about $330.
And it's not going to recover. So, what do? They're just going to put all these movies on hold. And of course, they slated like 17 other movies or whatever it was.
I say it was Star Wars fatigue.
I think, I don't know, because everyone was flocking to go see The Last Jedi. I think it was part of The Last Jedi's fault when the fans split. And that movie really divided people and said, I'm not going to go see any more of these movies. I'm not going to buy the Blu-rays. I'm not going to buy the toys anymore because this movie upset me so much. And no one really cared about seeing a Han Solo movie, and that kind of contributed to it. Also, the stuff behind the scenes contributed to it.
Because one of the most iconic parts of his character is this mysterious background.
Yeah, and it kind of ruins that. But it's kind of weird because it was one of my favorites of the new Disney movies, but it's completely unnecessary. So I'm kind of happy about this. But Chris, what do you think?
Star Wars.
Just everything generally Star Wars recently, it all feels lackluster.
Yeah. Do you think that it was Solo that kind of sank the ship, or do you think it was more of just kind of a conglomeration of them wanting to do so many at a time?
It was the hair that broke the Wookiee's back.
Ooh. Good one. Chris, continue.
Yeah. I think it's what you were saying of they were trying to do so much at the same time.
Yes.
And so it just all kind of flopped at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It happens. Hunter, do you think that too?
I absolutely believe.
I think it's oversaturation.
Okay.
I think the thing that kept people's interest peaked in it is how long you had to wait in between Star Wars films. So it's like the original 3 and then the prequels, and even though they weren't that fantastic, they still drew huge audiences because it's like I'm bringing my kid because I watched this when I was young, and now it's like there's one coming out like every. Like what? What's it been? Like every year since Disney acquired them?
They wanted 2 every year.
So I think they should just back off a little bit.
See, when you do it that much, oversaturation is definitely kind of the epitome of that. It's not special anymore. The 3.5
It's not an event.
Yeah, and it's not the stories are just kind of when you spend that little of time trying to do something like that and not really kind of doing all those little steps that they did the first 3. It feels kind of like that. It feels like The Machine, And granted, you can make good movies in that way, but when they put it through The Machine and tried to make it a cinematic universe and try to put one out every 2 years.
It's like when they try to force it.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that ironic?
I always thought that
that
Star Wars was part of the spectacle. The releasing of it was an event. It was more than just a movie. It was like, oh man, we get to go to our conventions and prepare ourselves for it. We're ramping up. What's it going to be about? Theorizing.
Yeah.
And instead of it being this special event, it's losing part of that glamour to it. It's just becoming another one's coming.
Oh, absolutely.
I know what you're talking about because I remember going to see one of the more recent. Main Star Wars movies, and it's the movie was starting up and people start clapping when it started up.
Oh, it's huge. Because this movie's so ingrained in our culture and it's such a big phenomenon, at least those first 3 were, that, I mean, it's like you said, it's an event.
Yeah.
And everyone got so excited, but now it's
And
just
now
like,
it's just now all that excitement is just gone.
now it's just like, it's out in the street and you can't get away from it, and it's everywhere you go, and it's just not fun. It's not as fun anymore. So, I mean,
not.
rest in peace, Star Wars Cinematic Universe. They're still doing episodes, though.
Too much of a good thing is no longer a good thing.
Yes. Speaking about too much of a good thing, Jeff Johns, the head of DC Entertainment, has stepped down as chief executive officer. And he apparently he still has some control because he's writing a Green Lantern Corps movie. Not-
What?
Corpse.
What? What?
Corps. Sorry,
Green
words
Lantern.
become difficult for
Green
me
Lantern
after
Corps.
Corps.
Yeah.
Okay, the PS is in there, but whatever.
Yeah, you don't.
Boo.
They're
It's
silent.
silent.
Okay, grammar was not my subject in school. Okay.
That's
All
not
right.
even grammar.
Okay, well, common sense is not my forte, Chris. I almost called you Hunter.
There's a lot of gnats in here. Yeah. Ouch, my knee.
How about you?
Before he can knock you out.
Okay, I'll take that one. I deserve that one. Chris, what do you think about this move, kind of the Green Lantern movie writing, but Jeff Johns is no longer going to be the head of DC?
I'm not so sure about like the whole Jeff Johns leaving DC because like I never really followed DC too much, but with the Green Lantern movies, I don't know what to think about that because the last Green Lantern movie that did, I haven't really seen it, but from what I heard, it wasn't really that good.
No, it's not.
It's terrible. Is that god awful?
Didn't Jeff Johns have something to do with that too?
I believe he had something to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, granted, everyone can change. I mean, granted, Kevin Feige was part of the Incredible Hulk movie that Ang Lee did. Yes, I mean, everyone can change, But Hunter, what do you think?
About
Jeff Johns.
Geoff Johns?
Yeah, that's a joke that nobody's ever done before. It's great, yeah.
I don't know. It all depends on what he's actually going to do with the Green Lantern thing. Like, it'd be cool to see him expand into, like, the other rings.
Yeah.
What a chance to have Ryan Reynolds come back and do this again.
No chance, especially
Isn't it
because he
weird,
shot
dude?
himself
Like,
in the
most
head.
people,
Yeah.
like will get their start, or not their start, but like they'll do, like, a really, like, horrible superhero movie, and then they always redeem themselves later on.
That happened with
It happened with several people in the
Chris
Fantastic
Evans?
Four movies.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Evans.
Yeah, that's what-
and
that's
the
what I
guy
was gonna say,
who
Chris
played
Evans.
the guy who played the. He ended up playing the Black Panther. Also played in another horrible.
Oh, yeah,
superhero
Michael B.
movie.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Halle Berry.
Oh, yeah, Halle Berry. What else did she? What else was she in?
She was Catwoman, and then she was also Storm.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, well, I mean that was before and after.
You have to
so, I mean, that's
start
kinda
in a
opposite.
terrible Hollywood
okay.
movie.
Start at it.
She had a terrible accent. That was about it. But yeah, as far as this goes, I don't really know how to feel about this. I don't think it's Jeff Johns' fault that like the DC world.
Ben
is the way
Affleck
it
was
is.
Daredevil than Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. There's tons of
but
instances.
it's still
of
pretty
it.
bad though.
Yeah.
Much improvement.
I mean,
It's not The Dark Knight. It was Batman.
It was bad.
Yeah.
well, I mean, when you look at Ben Affleck now in those movies, I mean, you can just tell he's so happy.
I've got to mention something about this picture. Like, why is the flying spaghetti monster part of the Green Lantern Corps?
Oh my goodness! Did you talk about that?
yeah, I'm talking about
That's
that.
a pumpkin, man. That's got to be a pumpkin.
Is it?
I don't know.
What about that soccer ball with the blue mohawk?
Oh, that's Epcot, man. And how
That
about
looks
this
more like
dude?
an egg.
With the Caesar haircut?
Oh, that's Guy Gardner.
That's Guy Gardner?
That's Jon Stewart. That's probably Hal Jordan.
Well, if they were to make another Green Lantern movie, do you think they should kind of follow the whole suit of like all the weird creatures? Because on a personal level, I don't think this really translates to screen as well. As I think it would do a better animation rather than live action. I don't think this works as live action. What do you think?
It can work, but just not too. Do some kind of Star Wars that's kind of like, well, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy. Not too weird creatures, but
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say that because, like, I mean, they pulled off like a talking raccoon.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if they
Make
have
it
this like these, because I see multiple of them. If they have these like weird like tentacle creatures like they tried to do before
There's a shrimp.
in a live action,
It's a cockroach, yeah.
but if they try to have these like weird like say tentacle creatures in a live action movie, it usually doesn't work out well.
And the most radical of all creatures, a woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how they're going to pull that one off.
Wow.
There's an eyeball with a cape.
Eyeball with a cape? That's no way to talk to a woman.
Well, there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel with a ring.
Oh, isn't that
It's a
ironic that we get
squirrel.
distracted by squirrel?
They got their own
We're about to
rocket
talk about
raccoon.
Pixar. Isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
Speaking about getting distracted by squirrels, like I just said, John Lasseter,
He's leaving Pixar.
he's leaving Pixar.
And there's not a big howdy do about it either. He's just dipping out.
He's dipping out.
He's like sliding right out of there. No one's saying anything about it. They've already got him replaced. They're not making a big ordeal out of it. It's just kind of, I'm leaving, and Disney's just like leaving it at that.
Well, John Lasseter actually, he stepped away from Pixar a few months ago, back in the big everyone in Hollywood is a nasty person kind of scandal thing.
So Disney has to be keeping something on the down low about this.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it looks like he was messing with the down low, and that's kind of like why he got out.
He's got a cocoa tie.
Oh yeah, he's got a whole Coco shirt.
Cocoa shirt.
That's the part you noticed?
Yeah, the cocoa.
It's the Coco shirt.
I want to know how that dude found a matching pocket square for that shirt.
He probably had it made because
Yeah,
he's
it's
rich.
Pixar, because Pixar will make
That's
you
nuts.
This dude's got like a train, like a little model train in his house that goes all across his like 7 stories or whatever he has.
Is it like a model, or is it one you can ride in, like on spoons?
Whatever it is, he paid money for it. But John Lasseter, if you don't know who he is, he's not just some guy in Pixar. He's not just one dude in
He
the
collects
creative team.
Toy Story stuff too, apparently.
No, he created Toy Story. He created A Bug's Life. He created all these things at the beginning of Pixar, kind of like the concepts of them. He helped write them. He directed all these things. He's really like, he is the reason why all those movies that you love so much are the way they are. And he was good friends with Steve Jobs too.
Steve Jobs, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, so is John Lasseter's career, but yeah, this makes me sad. Hunter, do you think that Pixar is going to kind of try to keep going with the John Lasseter route of these kind of things? Are they going to try to do something different with the
They're going
concepts?
to keep going.
Yeah, but like how? Or like
How? They're just going to hire somebody else.
They're going to keep the party going.
I'm not going to say that it might be at the same level. I mean, it might be at the exact same level because they have extremely high standards. But I mean, as long as Pixar will make money off of any IP they have, they can keep going.
Yeah. How about you, Chris?
How they going to keep the party going?
I mean, I feel like they'll keep going in the same direction that they were going when they had John Lasseter still with them.
Yeah.
It's just they don't seem to have run into issues so far. So I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They just switch to gritty R-rated versions of the characters they already have.
But like the Muppets have already done.
oh yeah. I can't even think of like a hardcore version of like Inside Out could be like a Brian De Palma psychological drama.
Toy Story Battle Royale.
Oh, that sounds sickening.
Never mind. I'm going to say it. I'm not even going to say
We
it.
probably can't say it on radio.
I'm not
anyway,
going to
so
say
it's
it
cool.
on the radio.
But
I'll tell you after the show.
I mean, I'm kind of with you there, Hunter. I think John Lasseter again. He was just a part of the creative force. He wasn't the creative force, but his shadow looms heavy, and I don't know. I mean, and granted, I mean he's been kind of not directed anything since Cars 2, rest in peace, but. It makes me sad because I know that he was such a huge creative force. He has such an awesome mind, and it's really sad that kind of all this stuff happened. I don't know what happened. I'm not here to guess what happened.
I think he died.
I don't think he died. No, he's still alive, but I don't know. Maybe we'll find him in a subway somewhere making our sandwich. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment at facebook.com/Studio67NCC. We would love to hear what you guys have to say. Okay, guys, we're going to go on a really quick break, but when we come back...
Pixar Mania.
Yeah, Pixar Mania. Well, Pixar Fun, Pixar-thon, whatever you want to say. Just stay with us.
Want to earn college credits while still enjoying your summer? Nash Community College offers courses and degrees entirely online. Whether you're entering a university as a freshman or you're already there, get your required courses out of the way with Nash Online. Take university transferable math, English, psychology, sciences, and more for half the cost. Save time, save money, and experience online service like none other. Now enrolling for summer, visit nashcc.edu/online to reserve your spot.
It's caught in my bra. Guys, how are you doing? This is Isaac Anderson.
I am Tyler the Dumpster Fire King.
And welcome back to Big Bang Cinema. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hunter Baker, Christopher Darkins is here, and we are going to do a segment now. Guys, terrorism is really bad in our nation.
It absolutely is.
Time to talk about some Pixar movies.
That's something to do with terrorism.
Exactly. Tyler, what is your favorite Pixar film?
Ratatouille,
Okay, why?
because it's got a giant rat who can cook in it.
At first I thought he has a giant rat he can cook.
Oh, giant rat.
I mean, he can
Because it's
cook.
ironic because the rat's the one who's actually cooking. Because they're in France, the rat's not getting cooked; he's doing the cooking.
You sure about that? If this was China, I think it would be a little bit different.
Oh, yeah, it would've
I think
been a little different.
that was bad. Okay, keep going.
I enjoyed it because I believe Spence, what's his name?
I don't know. Just keep going.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the guy who did the voice for it, he was hilarious. And I enjoyed the cooking part, the little writing on his head, pulling the little hair part. That was really neat. And the whole part about it, I want to say was it Christopher Plummer?
I think so. Yeah, that played the main one.
Yeah, I thought that whole part was fantastic about them making the food, and it goes back to his little child again eating the ratatouille that fell off his bike, and he's crying, he's eating. It was just great.
I like this thing not just because I love food, but I mean I like the little things like they have to pull in the hair and stuff, and he's controlling them.
See, another thing I like about this was the Pixar movie was like we succeeded at the end, everything's great. But at the end, they got the restaurant shut down. I mean, they get fined. I mean, his father's legacy is gone. They shut the rat problem. Everybody leaves. I mean, they start over fresh.
Yeah.
At the end. So I really enjoyed that whole aspect of it.
Did someone lost their business?
No, I mean, I'm talking about they didn't succeed at the end, but at the end they established themselves rather than living off someone else's legacy.
Ooh, that sounds gorgeous. All right, Hunter, what did you choose as your favorite Pixar film?
I chose Up.
You chose Up. Why did you choose Up?
Well, the beginning of it's really funny. I love how his wife dies. Love how his wife dies and how he doesn't achieve anything that he set out to do, and it just cracks me up every time I see it. I'm like, you pathetic loser of an old man. And then this little kid comes up to him, and they stupid balloons fly off to an island. Doug's awesome. I love the dog.
Doug.
He gets distracted by everything, but it's just it's an all-around wholesome comedy, and I enjoy it.
Heard.
Yeah, man.
I enjoyed
All
it
right.
too.
All right, Chris, what Pixar movie did you choose? Can you not just get over that Hunter thought the first 10 minutes of Up was hilarious?
Yeah, the really sad
I'm
part.
still reveling in the damage that was my China joke, which is awful.
Anyway,
Yes.
my choice for my favorite Pixar film has to be Toy Story. Toy Story was such a big part of my childhood, and I still remember watching it.
Da, da, da,
And when I was younger, I was a huge fan of Buzz Lightyear. But Buzz Lightyear was my dude.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that, fun fact about Toy Story, that The Walking Dead is a ripoff from Toy Story?
No, it's not.
Think about it. Cowboy, sheriff.
You've been reading.
New guy
BuzzFeed.
comes in,
Toy
gets
Story,
his girlfriend.
Toy Story always makes me really sad. When they get out of Sid's bedroom, it's just a bummer.
Yeah.
You just want him to stay there?
I just want him to stay there. He was really creative. He made some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
They could have been a part of that.
Now he's a garbage man. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it works out in the end.
I mean, he makes money. Chris, do you have anything else to add on
They could
Toy
be in
Story?
therapy. So I thought
Not particularly. It's just I thought it was a good movie. I really liked
It's one of my favorites, and
Yeah.
I heard somebody say one time that when you choose a Pixar movie, what's your favorite Pixar movie, it's basically saying which Toy Story is the best.
Oh.
But I don't necessarily agree with that because my personal favorite is The Incredibles, the first one.
Oh.
The first Incredibles movie is just, I was going to say incredible, but it's fantastic. It's really, really fun to watch. It's basically like the Fantastic Four kind of rearranged into this setting of a family, basically.
It's the greatest Fantastic Four movie never made.
Well, I mean, it is made. It takes place in the 60s, and basically superheroes have been outlawed. And Mr. Incredible is kind of the schlubby old dad now, and he's kind of getting pulled out of retirement in order to go fight some crime and everything. And his family gets roped into it, and his supervillain has some ties to him. There's a guy that wanted to be his sidekick and got rejected by Mr. Incredible. So, I mean, got that little thing going on.
And it's got the most memorable catchphrase of all the Pixar movies.
And which is, where's my super suit?
Woman, where's my super suit? You know how many yearbook quotes I saw that?
Oh my goodness. That was right around the time you were in high school.
Yeah, well, 2002?
Four.
No, yeah, it might have been.
Yeah,
So I was in
you were
middle
in high school at least.
I was in middle school.
I don't know. You were in your second year of college that year, right?
I don't even know, man.
You're like 64.
I don't even remember. Dude, I don't even remember high school.
Well, that's called dementia. But I really do enjoy The Incredibles in the sense that Brad Bird directed it, just like he directed the second one.
It was his good movie.
Well, the second one, we're not even going to tell you about the second one. You got to watch Quick Flicks for that.
You remember, was it Tomorrowland, and what was the other one he did?
those are
John
his live
Carter.
action.
Well, John Carter was good, but
And he didn't direct John Carter. But
I'm pretty sure he did direct John
he did
Carter.
not direct John Carter, no. But the first Incredibles movie, it's got an awesome, got an awesome way it ends, kind of revealing that Jack has some powers, and it's like a little fun thing, a little callback back to the Cape. Just really, really well written. Brad Bird's got such an awesome mind. I heard him telling somebody at Pixar when they were throwing out ideas, he's like, yeah, I feel like, I'm at a party and there's a smorgasbord and all you're giving me is bean dip kind of thing. He was always pushing him to do a lot more. And I really like that about his directing style.
I'm happy with bean. I love bean dip.
I love bean dip too, if you guys know me.
I like to
It's
put it
called
on
hummus.
toast. I like to put it on toast.
You know the realization.
Call it a Mexican
that
sandwich.
I came to this revelation like a while ago that it wasn't just Dash that had a name that referenced his power. It included Violet and Jack as well.
Oh yeah. Well, how about Jack? What is it references his powers in his name?
He has several different powers. He's a jack of all trades. Jack.
What? Oh my
And
goodness!
Ultraviolet.
I actually didn't realize that. That actually blew my mind.
Yeah. And then with Violet, she can go invisible. I believe it's humans can't see ultraviolet rays.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice. What does Bob Parr? What does that mean? Bob Parr is Mr. Incredible's
Hellen.
name.
And Helen.
Well, what does that mean? Exactly. Standard. Just Bob is like German for strong. I don't know.
Robert. It's short for Robert.
I know. Like
Robert is short for.
we're looking way too into this. Incredibles is a great movie. All these are great movies. But what is your favorite Pixar movie, guys? You can leave a comment at facebook.com/Studio67NCC.
I wait for
Let us
somebody to
know.
say Shrek. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, somebody once told me the world was going to owe me. But
Is Shrek your favorite Pixar movie?
I mean, they're not the sharpest tool in the shed if they think that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Next week on Quick Flicks, we're going to be reviewing Jurassic World.
The Dino movie.
Well, Fallen Kingdom. Because all of those Jurassic
Fallen franchise. There.
I'm about to say, because all those Jurassic movies always turn out well that are sequels to the original. Always turn out well.
This is the fifth one.
Yeah, or something like that. But the last
Fifth
one made
one.
like $2 billion, so I got to take that
Michael
back.
Crichton. It's because Michael Crichton's dead. That's why.
Well, his career, more like it.
No, he's dead. Like he's actually dead. He died of cancer.
Way to make it
years
more,
ago.
but I know that. I was trying to make it a little bit more lighthearted.
I'm a big fan of his books. I'm very offended right now.
You should be. Guys, thank you so
Michael
much.
Crichton's an excellent writer.
He is.
Bam, and he was an incredible surgeon. He invented Westworld. So.
Well,
And-
Westworld, also shout out to Westworld. Fantastic season so far.
Great, amazing.
Okay, anyway, we're getting off topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Isaac Anderson.
I'm Tyler, the Dumpster Fire King.
That's Hunter, and
That
that's
is Chris.
Guys, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching. Stay lovely.
Stay classy.
Sorry, did I break your concentration?
Anything for my princess.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Guys, welcome to